What is going on, guys? I am Miguel from UCGym.com, and today I want to discuss this recent news article that came out discussing GMOs and how a new bill was passed saying that companies reserve the right to pretty much not say that their food contains GMOs. So GMO stands for genetically modified organism. Now, by law, certain companies are not required to label, or pretty much all companies aren't required to label their foods as containing GMOs. Now, GMOs, if you don't know, they are usually dangerous food products. Now, GMO is a genetically modified food. Now, what happens is that oftentimes certain agricultural companies or certain farms, what they do is they put certain ingredients or certain chemicals in their food products, and in turn it changes the way that the product or the food grows and adapts to its surroundings, and its end result turns out to be in their opinion, a much better product, but it's not necessarily safe for the consumer. So an example being corn. Now, corn is, it's a very common vegetable that people eat. It's sweet, nutritious, and pretty cheap. So what this food product does, GMOs do, is if you add it to corn in its seed form, then as it grows, it's going to carry certain traits that the chemicals are supposed to give it. So most commonly, a lot of GMOs contain herbicides and pesticides. Now what these do is they prevent certain animals and bugs or things like that from eating the food and killing it or destroying it or preventing it from growing or poisoning it in some way, and that kind of thing. So what this GMO corn does is it's able to grow without the need of adding any extra amount of herbicides or pesticides during the growth process. So what this does is it saves the farmers and agriculturalists and that kind of thing. It saves them time and money to grow their food products or their corn. But as you can imagine, herbicides and pesticides aren't necessarily good for the consumer. So this herbicide and pesticide are built into the corn. Now, instead of being sprayed on top as a coating to prevent other animals from eating it, it's inside the corn already. So as you would imagine, not necessarily good for you. So I have a couple of quotes or sections that I nitpicked from the article that I found to be most important regarding this topic. So the act or bill is called the DART Act, HR 1599, HR standing House of Representatives. And what it is it specifically preempts states' rights to create their own GMO food labeling laws, and if passed by the Senate, will effectively block Vermont's GMO labeling law. So like I said, it allows companies to not say that their food has GMO products in it. So an example being a can of green beans. If the green beans are GMO products, the can or the company does not have to say that it contains GMO products. Next, I've copied the bill calls for the creation of a USDA non-GMO certification program, shifting all of the costs to those who want to label their non-GMO food products instead of GMO-containing products. So essentially, instead of saying that this food product contains GMO chemicals or products or anything like that, the bill requires for companies to say that the product doesn't contain any. So instead of a can saying these green beans contain GMO green beans, the can has to say this can doesn't have GMO green beans. So it's kind of opposite of what it should be, but nevertheless it does require companies to say if the product is not GMO, which is kind of helpful in a way. Next, the basic premise and purpose of general food labeling is to inform you of what's in the food you're buying. It's basic ingredients and additives, not what's not in the food, unless it's related to a known health risk such as a peanut allergy or gluten intolerance. So essentially this is defeating the purpose of food labeling. Food labeling tells you all the ingredients and nutritional facts and allergic chemicals that are or possible allergic ingredients that are allergic inducing the food product. It's not what a food label does. Now if it's excluding the fact that it contains GMO products, then it's going to be a product. Next, now anything that is not contained in the will be forced to control that there is wrongful it sucks. So if you haven't seen my last video, there's going to be an annotation on the screen to watch it. And if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, go ahead and do that. And I'll see you guys in the next video.
Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!